Throughout the demo, Splash has drafted the profile panels according to a default standard provided with the software. This standard would rarely match your standards or your client's standards. Splash has a powerful feature called Learn Drafting Standards, which we use the Learn Drafting Standards to teach Splash how your plan should look, either just for everything you draw, or you can also teach it a different drafting standard for different MicroStation workspaces, so that you may have one drafting standard for one client, and any project you do for that client will look one way, yet you have a different drafting standard for another client. So we'll use the Learn Drafting Standards to change the way this profile panel looks. So let's window up on some of this text. Now we see that Splash by default is placing the manhole stations at the top of the panel and vertically. Let's use our Standards tool and take the manhole, grab it, and move it up here. Notice that all manhole stations have changed, not just the one piece of text. So all manhole station text, not only on this drawing and not only in this project, but this entire workspace, will now render like this. So next I'll select it and lock the text angle and change it to 0. Now perhaps we would also like to make it a fancy font, and maybe we'd like it to be longer than it is wide, and we'd like it to be blue. Now from now on, Splash will always draw manhole stations in this fashion. Let's go ahead and drag the rest of it up there. I'll window up some, make it a little bit easier. See what we're doing. And we'll just change all these pieces of text. Okay, so and you get the idea. So rather than just beat this to death on the demo, let's change these to blue. And Splash has learned this. Now if this manhole station changes, let's edit the manhole, and let's move its station over to, say, 50. Notice that the text, Ripple-Thru still manages the text, but the Learn Standard has taught it a new way to draw the text. Further, if we go down here on the profile and we decide that we would rather do our text on the pipes differently, we simply Learn Drafting Standard, and perhaps we'd like to put our text at the bottom of the pipe. So we'll grab our text, move it to the bottom of the pipe, and Splash puts text at the bottom of all pipes. Now, many other standards are also available in the configuration directory in the Engineering Graphics Defaults file, which is an ASCII text file with over 100 settings you can use for line weights and line styles, and quite a bit of flexibility in there. So with the Learn Drafting Standards tool, Splash is able to tailor plans to look much more like your plans.